Hello everybody, this is Drmcbrick and I am here with another Western set that I'm going to mock up. And this is Gold City Junction. That's right. This is a famous Western set from the late 1990s. I believe it was 1996 when they came out with this set. Now, remember this series, what I'm going to do is I first build the set as it came from the factory, and then I take it and I make it into more of a mock mashup to where I can use it in my Six Figs amusement park, or what I call Figsdale Gulch, which is my Western town. So let's take a look at this original model. Now, first of all, you can see the instruction manual, which I just love the instruction manuals from back in that time. And by the way, this is 6765, set 6765, in case you're wondering. But you can see they just kind of carried that Western theme throughout, and it's very simple, very easy to read. This set, when you think about it and you look at it, it is actually rather small. I mean, look at my hand. This is my hand, and I play basketball, but I don't have super huge hands. But this is minifig size, obviously, but it is rather small. Now, this is a used set, so you see the yellowing of the white and everything like that. I had thought about when I redo it to replace the white with a nice bright new white, but you know what? This is a Western set. It's an Old West set, and in the Old West, you wouldn't have bright, shiny buildings because you'd have all that dust and clay and everything else kind of going up onto the stone and the masonry. So anyway, I'm going to keep all of that faded, nasty looking white bricks and things like that. So this is the bank, and you can see the bank is a rather nice structure. And as we move it around, again, all of these, there goes Flatfoot Thompson. It wouldn't be a Western set without Flatfoot Thompson, and there he is. And of course he has, a stick of dynamite. I wonder what that's for. Well, we'll talk about that later. There's the Lego Radio sign. Wonderful, wonderful piece. But anyway, you can see there's some stickers, some reward stickers and things like that on there. But he really, the set itself is classic. And I got it wrong. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Look, yeah, there we go. Classic Lego from the late 90s. It has those blue awnings on it like you might see in a Western town. Because remember, the bank had the most money, right? And so therefore the bank was the fanciest of all the buildings. And so this set comes with a horse right there, comes with a nice black fence piece, comes with one bank window sticker and one open sticker for the door. There's the shopkeeper and of course, or the bank keeper, the banker, I guess, and he is holding on to his money, and there's, I don't know who that is sitting out there. He is just hanging out. You have the nice printed tile, the wanted Flatfoot Thompson printed tile that we really love, and then there's the Lego Radio tile that we all know and are fond of. As we turn it around, it's a dollhouse build, just like all the Western sets were of the day. And inside, you can see there's not much room inside. There's the safe and all that kind of stuff. And there's the teller where the teller would stand, the bank teller. And there is the special vault that is locked up. Now, I'm not really sure why that this vault has an open side to it, which doesn't make any sense to me, but that's the way it came, unless they're missing a piece. But I don't think they are, actually. I think that's the way it was supposed to be. But now Flatfoot Thompson has this stick of dynamite here, and we all know what that means in these Western sets. We know that if we put it in this hole right here, this poor unsuspecting soul, kaboom! And the vault blows out, and Flatfoot Thompson can go in there, and he can steal all the money. And so anyway, so that's a play feature that I definitely want to keep on my mock when I build it. Now let's take a look. It also comes with a cannon. Comes with a whole bunch of, comes with 6 cannonballs there and a whole bunch of weapons. And what Western set would be complete with, or it would not be complete unless there was the card deck that I don't know where the cards go or what they do or anything like that. But now let's take a look at this, the store, the shop. This is the general store. Now the general store comes with now this is all one set, by the way, so it all comes together. So when I say it comes with, it all comes together. But you see it comes with the sheriff. This set again comes with the sheriff, a wonderful handlebar mustache. Also has the shopkeeper. Now the shopkeeper is where he will sell you various sundries and things like that for the general store. Now again, just like on the bank, these stickers are applied. This sticker is applied over like 3 or 4 different bricks, which is just sacrilege if you ask me. This sticker is applied over 2 bricks, but it is still kind of cool. These are shutters. So these shutters just kind of act as decoration, and they really kind of make that nice. The roof for this is a basic standard Western roof that you have in almost all Western builds. You have a nice porch. You have that sticker back there that says General Store on it. You have the shopkeeper right there as well. And there's some sundries, some pots and pans, and they're all set for the gold rush. And remember, the people who were panning for gold during the gold rush didn't make the money. It was the people who got rich were the storekeepers and the shopkeepers. And in here you can buy all kinds of stuff. And it looks just like weapons and dynamite is basically all you can buy. So that's that. So I'm going to keep these 2 buildings basically the same what is wrong with my focus here, people? I'm going to keep these buildings the main buildings intact, and then like I did with the sheriff's lockup, I am going to add on to them. Now what I'm probably going to do is reverse the orientation so that I can have longer buildings with more things in them and more detail. Now the last thing that comes with this set is our old-fashioned Western Brinks car. Now this is our wagon, I guess, a Brinks wagon, and this of course would be guarded by this makeshift Gatling gun here with 3 rifles on it. This is where you would haul the money in all of your cash. And so this is just like a Brinks car today, armored vehicle. These things flip up, which are nice because you can put cash in there and all sorts of things. We have a cavalry person who is manning the buckboard there and with the whip. On the other side here, as you can see, it pivots. On the other side, we have a spot for a coach gun, which were common on stages and on wagons of this sort at the time, that sort of thing. And there's the sheriff. Everybody's just laying down on the job. There he is. Anyway, so that is the Gold City Junction as it was supposed to be built. Now what I will do is go and build mocks out of it. Okay, first we're going to start with the general store. Now, if you remember, the general store was basically just this part right here, and it was very, very small. And so what I did was I thought to myself, if it's going to be a general store, the people who got rich during the gold rush and during a lot of these Western towns were not the people panning for gold. They were the people who sold the sundries to the prospectors and to all of the people that came into the town. So the store would have to have all kinds of provisions. And so what I did was I expanded the store. Now I kept the facade because I really love the facade with the shutters up here and this general store sticker and that sort of thing with the door. Underneath it's really kind of hard to see. I guess I could lift that up so you could kind of see that window says general store on it, just like it would in a regular general store. But I then added from here all the way over an addition that will help sell a lot of things and merchandise and stuff like that inside the store. And so I just kind of cut this awning off. If you can see, I'll raise it up there and you can kind of see how the awning is cut off. And so it stops right there. And you'll notice that in a lot of Western builds, and I'll try to set this back down there, sorry about that. In a lot of Western builds that you see in Western towns and movies and stuff, that half of the porch is covered and the other half isn't. I kept the wanted sign with old Flatfoot Thompson, and basically it's a small building, but you know what? On this particular building, looks can be very, very deceiving. Now, I used some more of these large palisade wall pieces from the fort that I had. because I had got a big haul of those, and they were still in the same color. Now you will notice, excuse me, you will notice that there are two pieces that are different color, and that's because this whole wall comes off to show everything inside, and I'll show you that in a few minutes here. But you see, you just kind of, you know, again, the old wagon wheel and everything like that. Oh, and I forgot to put a 1x plate right in there to seal that up. Oh my goodness, I actually missed that. But anyway, you get the idea of what the general store looks like on the outside. The roof is very basic. The roof comes off so that you can see the roof. I'll take you up and kind of pan and around here so you can see how it's constructed. And again, I think I did it justice with the way that it looked in the original set. Let's go inside and see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so as you walk in the general store, there's a nice person there who is ready to meet you and to take all of your money. Now, remember what I said, the people who during the gold rush got rich weren't the people panning for gold. They were the people that sold the supplies. And so here inside the store are all the supplies that one will need. We have the pans for gold there. We have a hatchet, some rope, pickaxes, shovels. There's some dynamite in there, all types. There's telescopes. We have weapons to keep people away from your camp. And of course, we have the coffee mug, pots and pans for brewing, a nice prospector's hat there. And when you get bored, you always have cards to play with. And there's a nice satchel that is hanging up there as well. So that is the inside of our general store. And as you can see, it's a little bit, just a hair bigger. Actually, it's a lot bigger than what we had before in the general store. And I think it more represents kind of what you would find in a Western town. Now here is the bank building. Now if you recall, the bank building had this same facade. The facade with the bench, the blue awnings, the gray fencing. It was a combination of black, blue, gray, and this red up here with a sticker that went over 3 different stickers. Different bricks. But it was just a facade, again, just like all the Western buildings in this particular time. So what I did was basically think to myself, now, if this were a bank in a Western town, the bank would have some money, right? Obviously. And so the bank would probably be the most fortified, other than the jail perhaps, would actually probably be more fortified than the jail, and would probably be made of stone and stucco and all that kind of stuff. And so what I did was, remember, I left a lot of these bricks old looking, yellowed, because, you know, the dust from the Old West and everything like that. But what I did was basically wall the entire thing in. And I used a combination of white palisade bricks, masonry, gray masonry bricks to go with kind of the gray trim and everything else that they had. And I just basically built walls all the way around. Now, as I did that, I tried to keep everything, you know, in the style. And just think about it. Just think about if this were a real building back in the West, the Wild West. You would have, you know, kind of the stucco all messed up, and you would have parts of the building that were coming apart and the bricks showing and things like this. Now, this is interesting here. I wonder what this is. Could that be a play feature? Perhaps. Well, remember there was a play feature that was on the original building. And this play feature was this bench right here. And if you stuck a dynamite in a little dynamite square into this whole thing, boom, would blast off. And I remember showing you that before. And that would be open. Oops, I messed up my bush. I hate when that happens. That would be showing you all of the gold and all of the stuff inside. So you could actually use this play feature. And so I won't explode it right now, but that play feature still exists on this model. So anyway, let's go inside and take a look. And what I did was basically this model, as opposed to coming off on the side, this model I made the roof modular so you could actually just take off the roof and see everything inside. So let's go inside and take a look at what this bank looks like on the inside. Okay, if you recall from the first, from the original one, it only came up to where the black is. And as you can tell, that black's very dusty, but I added the gray all the way back. And the teller had a very rudimentary banking counter. Now the teller has a fancy banking counter with brass and all kinds of things like that, and also has an extra safe and all that sort of thing. But we've also added a main vault, and a main vault that has a door that opens, and that again shows all of the, let's see if I can twist it open. What's the combination? 6, 2, 4, 5. There's the combination. But anyway, you can see all of the gold and dollars and all kinds of stuff. And then you can also see the mechanism down in there that blows the whole vault open if you should choose to put some dynamite in that slot on the outside. So that's the main vault. It's in the green and the gray and the brass and everything, just like you would see in the Old West. And then I also have another vault over here, and this is a secondary vault, and this is a vault that also has another safe in it. Now this is the safe that the Brinks truck brings in, so you have that safe there, and I apologize I can't get down there because I just don't have the capability with my phone, but you can see down there where the safe can be carried, and I put those on jumpers as well. So all the safes and all the money and all the gold and everything are all on jumpers, so you can take that out. But for the most part, they keep that locked up as well. Now, here's the banker, and the banker is counting his money. And this is where you would come if you wanted a loan. Now, the banker has gold bars. Of course, he has $100 units, and then he has that fancy one, and I'm not sure what that means. That could mean $1,000 bill, who knows. But he also has his shotgun right there, just in case somebody decides to give him some grief. So that's where you will get your loan from. And so if we kind of just go, and I apologize for all the dirt because this is a used set. My gosh, look how dirty that is. This is a used set, but let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this is what is up with focus here. Let me know what you think. You know, if this is actually a better model than the original one. Again, it's awful large. You know, it takes up the whole base plate. So you're kind of almost, wasting a tan base plate, so to speak. I thought about maybe putting it on a green base plate, and I might still do that. The nice thing is, since it's up on these, since it's up a whole brick, that I can just literally lift it off of the base plate and it comes out. The feature where the safe blows out on all three ends is kind of a cool feature, just by putting the dynamite in there. Tried to keep that and everything like that. I can go ahead and put the roof back on. The roof is just one simple piece, 16 by 16 plate. Makes it very easy. I couldn't find a black one. If I find a black one at some point, I will get that. But anyway, that is my rendition, or my mock, of the bank from the Gold City Junction. So there you have it, the Gold City Junction, my particular version, my mocks, modified them a little bit. Don't forget, you can find me on Patreon if you are so inclined, at Dr. McBrick. I am available on Instagram at Dr. McBrick, and all the socials at Dr. McBrick on Facebook, Twitter, drmcbrick.com, Flickr, just about everything. I pretty much own the trademark Dr. McBrick. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this Western series. I have 2 more buildings in this Western series to go, and I still have Fort Legoredo to do. I also have a saloon of my own making that I am going to do, and I hope that you'll enjoy this Western series. And remember, I am a member of the Brick Tubers Network, and all of the great Brick Tubers can be found in the links in the description below. And I'm also available on Teespring at the Dr. McBrick General Store. Speaking of General Store, you can go there and buy Dr. McBrick merchandise. This is Dr. McBrick signing out.